back in 2014, it was a monumental time for DJs because Spotify announced that it was integrating with DJ Pro AI. And this was when I first got into DJing, and it was amazing. You didn't have to download music. You didn't have to do anything. You just had to have a Spotify premium account, and you could DJ with millions and millions of songs. And at that time, people thought that streaming services and DJing would not go together, and they thought it was a fad, and they thought it wasn't real DJing. But now, in 2023, almost all of the major DJ softwares have integrations with multiple streaming services. Unfortunately, none of them have integrations with Spotify, and they most likely never will. But what happened? Why do all these DJs miss Spotify when we have Tidal, SoundCloud, Beatport, and BeatSource? So in 2020, Spotify ended its integration with DJ Pro AI, and a lot of people were upset. But let's take a look and see what the differences between Tidal and Spotify are when it comes to DJing. So here I am in my DJ software. I use DJ Pro AI for the iPad, but it's similar with Serato and Rekordbox. So let's look at our sources. So we have Tidal, SoundCloud, Beatport, and BeatSource. All of these have millions and millions of songs on them. So why aren't they as good as Spotify when it comes for DJing? That's the question. So here I am in Tidal. So if we're looking for a specific artist and specific songs, we'll just go to the search bar and I typed in 50 Cent. So now you got at the top, you have his most popular songs. You also have videos, which I think is what makes Tidal better than Spotify, because now we can DJ with music videos, but I'll get into that later. And then we have the artist, and then we have all of the albums. So we're not missing anything. And we also have some playlists. So now let's go to Spotify, type in the same thing, see what we get. 50 Cent. We got the top songs, we have his songs, we have artists, albums, and then here we have playlists. Power of the dollar. So the biggest difference is the playlist. Spotify has a huge collection of user-created playlists. So if you type in an artist, it doesn't really make a difference because there are these 50 Cent playlists on Spotify, and then there's also these 50 Cent playlists on Tidal. Although it's not as much as you get with Spotify, we still have plenty of playlists for 50 Cent. But now let's do something a little bit different and something that is very important for DJing, which is playlist. Let's say we are doing a wedding. So we want to find wedding playlist. Typing it into Tidal, and here are our playlists that come up. We have wedding songs 1980s, Latin weddings, jazz weddings, Dave Matthews, blah blah blah, Father's Day dance, Mother's Day dance, and Latin. So there's nothing that none of these playlists that you could really use to build your own playlist and to get inspiration from. It really doesn't help. You would have to start pretty much from scratch. But now let's type in, copy and paste this, same thing, copy, paste it into Spotify. So now we're in Spotify, and I am going to paste the same thing in, wedding playlist. Now let's see what we get. We're going to switch over to playlist. We have wedding playlist over here, which is 7 hours of music. And it has some of the greatest songs that you would play in a wedding. So I wouldn't suggest to just take this playlist and that's what you're playing for your wedding. But you used to be able to like the playlist and then add it to your library, and then you could just delete the songs that don't work or add more songs that do work. So that was just one of them. Look at all of these wedding playlists, Forever Beginnings, Christian wedding playlist, 90s wedding playlist, Mexican wedding playlist, all of these. It goes on and on and on, and you could have all of these playlists to choose from, and it made it so much easier to build your playlist and then to find songs to DJ with for no matter what event you were doing. So let's do another one. Let's say we were booked to do a DJ gig at a club and we wanted to play tech house. Popular genre, kind of underground tech house playlist. Search that. Boom. Here we are. Now we go. There literally is no playlist, just songs. So we would have nowhere to start from. We would have to do our own research, do it all on our own without any help from our streaming service. Now let's go to Spotify and type in the same thing. Boom. Tech house playlist. Now look at all this. Playlist. Tech house techno, deep house bass, tech house 2020 free, tech house hype, pumpin' tech house. All of these playlists that we could start listening to, and then we could just save the playlist, put it in our DJ software, and then there we go. We could listen to the songs, we could add more, we could delete more, but you could get playlists for any type of music, no matter how underground. There are these user-created playlists, and that is why DJs are so upset that we can no longer use Spotify to DJ with. Now, there is a workaround. You could just go to type into Google, transfer Spotify playlist to Tidal or Beatport or BeatSource, and then you could like the playlist, and then you could transfer it in the Tidal, and then once that playlist is into Tidal, then you could do the same thing. You could add more songs, delete songs, do whatever you want. But it is an extra step, and it is annoying. It was so much better when you could just do everything within your DJ software. And Spotify is a much better streaming service than Tidal, because of these user-created playlists and the social aspect of people. There's playlists that are updated weekly. There are so many different playlists, and it was so easy to get inspirations for your gigs when you're building these playlists. And I am one of the people that are really upset about about Spotify not being able to be used with DJ software. But the good thing is, it started the revolution. It started the change. DJs were the last people that actually bought music. And most people were on streaming services and just had a subscription to streaming services, and that's how they listen to music. But now DJs are using streaming services. It is mainstream. All the new software have access to streaming services, and even a lot of the new DJ controllers, I feel like the future of DJ controllers are just going to have screens in them, and you could just log into your streaming service. There's already controllers like this, and you could just go and DJ with these streaming service. So it is sad that we can no longer use Spotify, but it is what started it all. So let me know in the comments what you miss the most about DJing with Spotify. Also, if you have any specific questions about DJ Pro AI, please let me know, and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. And if you found value in this video, give it a like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.